Hello guys, welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona. In this episode, we are going to be looking at the latest developments. Before we get going, I want to first of all say a big thank you to all my returning subscribers, and for those who are just coming across this channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe and always stay up to date with the very latest update on FC Barcelona. So we are going to be discussing on two stories here. First of all, we have to discuss on how Barcelona's midfield could look if Xavi can get his dream signings. Very important. We are going to be looking at that. Then secondly, we are going to be talking about Miralem Pjanic, who of course will be returning back from his loan spell from Besiktas. They've reported that French giants Marseille are looking to buy him. They're strongly linked with Pjanic, and of course looking to replace Boubacar Kamara, of course one of the star players there in Marseille who left the club. Marseille are looking at Pjanic as a potential replacement for the player. We are going to be looking at that as well. So without much waste of time, let's get right into it. Barca! The upcoming summer transfer window will be pivotal for Barcelona as they look to get back to challenging for top honors after a disappointing season last time out. Matters have been made complicated by Barca's financial situation, but our president Joan Laporta is confident about resolving the situation once the sales of stakes in Barca licensing and merchandising and the TV rights are completed, subject to a vote by the Assembly. Barcelona have already identified their top target for the upcoming window, while also reportedly closing the signing of two players, that is Frank Kessie and Andres Christensen, both on a free transfer. Robert Lewandowski and Rafinha have been identified as the required attacking reinforcements, while Kalidou Koulibaly is being eyed up to bolster the back line. At the same time, Xavi Hernandez is also seeking two new midfielder signings. Barcelona are pushing hard to offload Frankie de Jong to generate funds and plan to replace the Dutchman with Manchester City midfielder Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva has emerged as a top target, and even though signing will be a very tricky affair for us, Barca remain very hopeful. Another prime midfield target for us is Wolves mainstay Ruben Neves. We have been talking about him a lot. Of course, the Portuguese international has been earmarked as a long-term replacement for captain Sergio Busquets, with Barca wishing to sign him this summer and gradually phasing out the club captain Busquets. Signing both midfielders in the same window will be very difficult for us, given our current economic crisis. But should they manage to pull off the two signings, here's how I think Xavi's dream midfield might look. The first alternative, Pedri, Busquets, Silva. We're talking about the starting midfield, the potential starting midfield for FC Barcelona next season. The first option that is possible will be Pedri, Busquets, and Silva starting. Now, talking about Pedri, he missed a lot of games this last season, but was still named Barcelona's MVP for the 2021-22. That is the best player for Barca. Of course, he was voted by his teammates, and I think that's quite an achievement. So such was the impact that the Spanish international made in the matches that he was available. So it goes without saying that when fit and available, Pedri is a certain starter. The same goes for Sergio Busquets as well, as he showed in the second half of last season that there is still some fight left in him. Busquets was one of the most consistent performers for us, let's be honest, especially after Xavi took over, and should remain the first choice, I think, in the pivot position. Finally, the second interior midfield slot will likely fall to Bernardo Silva. Should he make the move to Barcelona, as I say, should he make the move to the Camp Nou, Bernardo Silva has the requisite qualities on the ball to make a difference, while his intensity and industry off the ball make him an ideal fit into Xavi's setup. Then now let's go to the second possible midfield composition for us next season. Gavi, Neves, Frank Kessie. This is another option that Xavi can. So now what I'm saying here is we're talking about the midfield depth. Talking about the depth that Xavi might still have at his disposal if the transfer window goes the way we all want, right? If Xavi goes and get the midfielders or get the players that he wants, then I think we'll have some good squad depth. So the second, Gavi, Ruben Neves, and Franquise. Should Barcelona sign their intended target, Xavi will have excellent depth so that he can rotate his midfield without seeing a drop in quality. Gavi, who has been in tremendous form for club and country and is close to signing a new contract, would walk into the side if Pedri was to be rested or unavailable due to some reason. The 17-year-old Gavi has proven himself at this level already and will only continue to improve. Franquise, who is coming on the back of a triumphant Serie A campaign with AC Milan, would slot in as the other interior midfielder, an able ball carrier. The Ivorian backs it up with his ball-winning abilities, while his robust physical stature would add something different to this Barcelona midfield. Finally, Ruben Neves would slot in as the sole pivot in the 4-3-3, replacing Sergio Busquets. The Portuguese international has what it takes to make the position his own for years to come at the Camp Nou, should Barca pull off his signing in the summer as well. Then on to the next story of discussion. Miralem Pjanic is one of the players facing an uncertain future at Barcelona and is likely to be offloaded as part of Xavi's massive squad overhaul. Since joining from Juventus, Pjanic has never quite managed to live up to his expectations, enduring a difficult debut campaign in Spain before being forced to join Besiktas on a season-long loan. His time in Turkey was not eye-catching at all, and the midfielder is now set to return to Catalonia, with his current contract expiring in 2024. Given Pedri and Gavi's rapid rise to prominence, coupled with Barcelona's likely capture of Franquise, it is apparent, very apparent, Pjanic does not have any future at the club. A move away from Camp Nou therefore appears to be the most logical outcome for the Bosnian international. He does not have any shortage of suitors either, with Marseille among the clubs interested in his services, according to Tuttosport. Although highly distinguished for his success at AS Roma and Juventus, Pjanic had initially started his career in France. He played for Metz and Lyon before eventually joining Roma in 2011. More than a decade later, Pjanic could now be set for a return to France, with Marseille reportedly keen on his services. The club's president, Pablo Longoria, shares an excellent relationship with Barcelona sporting director Matteo Alemany. Their positive contact could lead to a sale of Miralem Pjanic to Marseille, who view the experienced midfielder as an ideal replacement for Boubacar Kamara. The young Boubacar Kamara has recently joined Aston Villa on a free transfer, thus creating a massive void in Olympique Marseille's second line in press. The French outfit want to fill that gap by acquiring the services of Miralem Pjanic, but with the midfielder also courted by other clubs across Europe, it will be interesting to see how things transpire in the coming weeks. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video. Until next time, bye bye.